Dear children, as we know that democracy is the best form of government and India is the biggest democracy in the world. So today we are going to start the second chapter of civics, democracy in India. Before starting the chapter, let us go through with the content of the chapter. It includes universal adult franchise, means right to vote to all the adults. Election procedure that includes general elections, role of election commission, secret ballot or voting, majority of seats to form the government. Next, candidate who contest the election, role of political parties, functions of different political parties, and last, the coalition government. Children, India got independence from British rule on 15th August 1947. After that, we formed our constitution and India became a democratic republic country. India is the largest democracy in the world. Let us come to the important feature of democracy, that is, universal adult franchise. Children, during the time of monarchy rule, there was no voting right granted to the common people all over the world. Slowly and gradually, the adult men of the society could get the voting right, but women could not. After a long struggle, women also got the voting right in different parts of the world, that is, universal adult franchise. Right to vote given to all adult citizens, irrespective of caste, religion, and gender, etc. The word universal refers to all citizens. Adult means the age of adulthood and franchise means right to vote. It means all adults of the country have the right to vote. Children in India, all those who attain the age of 18 years and above are entitled to have right to vote and elect their representatives in the government. In democracy, we need some representatives chosen by the people to run the government. For this purpose, we need a system, that is, election. Let us understand the meaning of election. It is the procedure to organize voting by the public for the formation of the government. It is the mechanism through which we choose the representative for the government. Elections in India are held once in every 5 years. Children, look at these pictures carefully and tell me what is going on in these pictures. In India, elections are held for the 3 levels of the government. As we know, there are 3 levels of government: central level, state level, local level. At central level, elections are called general elections, Lok Sabha elections. At state level, elections are called assembly elections. And at local level, elections are called local elections or panchayat elections. Let us understand what are general elections. These are elections held for electing the leaders who would represent the people in the parliament, that is Lok Sabha. Since they are held all over the country at once, they are known as general elections. Elections to constitute the new Lok Sabha are called general elections. It held after every 5 years to elect the representatives of central government. There are 543 constituencies all over India for these type of elections. let us understand the difference between midterm elections and by-elections. What is midterm elections? The elections which held before the completion of the full term of the government. If a government fails before completing its term of 5 years, could be held immediately to elect fresh government. By-elections. What are by-elections? The elections which may be held for a specific or limited seats are known as by-elections. Children, I would like to ask one question to all. Which organization is responsible to conduct elections in India? Yes, children, the organization is Election Commission of India that conducts elections after every 5 years in India. Children, let us understand about Election Commission. Elections are organized by an independent organization, that is Election Commission. It is an autonomous constitutional authority responsible for administering election processes in India at different levels: national level, state level and district level. Children, let us discuss about the functions of Election Commission. It is responsible for holding elections to the Parliament and state legislatures. It also directs and supervises the elections to the offices of presidents and vice president. It announces the date of election and date of result declaration. It revises and updates the voters list. It gives recognition to the political parties. It allocates symbols to various political parties and independent candidates who contest the election. It prescribes the model code of conduct for political parties and candidates for free and fair elections. It punishes those who do not follow the prescribed code of conduct.